you so much for opening this video. I am trying to power through this video, so I might be sneezing, might be coughing, I hope not. But I feel like I'm getting a cold. Tony soon get the cold too, because she in the car with me. Anything me get, she get. Anything she get, me get.
No, I have Ben's health.
Yeah, Ben's immune system.
I'm gonna pour through this.
I tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into Old Harbour. We have sold quite a number of things in Old Harbour, you know. Yeah. We have sold Manly Meadows. Is that what it's called? Marley Acres?
Marley. I think it's Marley Acres.
We have sold Old Harbour Bay.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of land down there.
Yeah, we have sold what's the new scheme called? New Harbour Village.
New Harbour Village, yeah.
I'm not sure if I put my mind to it, I can't find out. Oh, we have sold Presidential Estates.
Oh yeah.
If I put my mind to it, I can't think of more things. Ladies and gentlemen, Old Harbour. Those are few in the 7, 8, 9, 10 million up to maybe about 15, 16 million. You can consider Old Harbour as one of the places that you can buy. So I'm passing now Nightingale Farms.
Oh, this is the community with the 5-acre farmland.
Yeah, Nightingale Grove Farms. 5-acre farmlands, farmsteads over there.
That was a good concept.
Right. Had one selling over there too. Nobody bought it. But I'm sure if I had it down, people would buy it. Everybody want farmland now too.
And it's 5 acres of flat land, wasn't it?
Yeah, flat land come with irrigation. At the time, the man had a fish pond on it. 3 fish ponds, big fish ponds. Nobody wanted it to buy.
You sold another one over there too. Remember we were counting the goats and the sheep?
Oh yes! Oh yes! That's part of the sale to the goat and the sheep and the cows. Cows too. Yes, I remember that one, a 5-acre with a house on it. Ladies and gentlemen, real estate is the way to go. If you're not spending your money on real estate, you're throwing it away. What do you think, Tonya?
Yeah, definitely.
What else competes with real estate for your money?
Healthcare.
That's one. What else? But healthcare usually comes in the end, eh? When you're young and you buy real estate, not the young, you're not sick. So you're not spending money for healthcare. And when you're old and I try to buy real estate, you're spending money for healthcare. And it's a compete. By the time you should have your real estate already.
Yeah. Or some really good health insurance plan to cover it.
Yeah, or some, you should have had your health insurance plan. But you can't talk about.
But it can't be clothes and shoes competing with healthcare, with real estate. Those things aren't in the same bracket.
I mean, in the same bracket, you would be surprised how much people, if you're going to them wardrobe right now, clothes and shoes equal to the real estate deposit. And the clothes and shoes equal to the monthly payment that they would have made on the real estate.
Oh.
They spend that much money on clothes and shoes and restaurants and flossing.
Half of it is in their belly too.
As I would call it, you know? Because look at a loan for one of those houses now in Portmore. Maybe if you spend a quad is 7 million. Right?
I'm still always surprised when I hear that a quad is 7 million.
You know, the first quad we sold was 2.8 million. I wish I had bought it. Would I sell it for 7 million, you know? The second one I sold was 3.3 million. Then I sold one for 4.5. Then 5.5. What's the most expensive quad we have sold? 6.5 or 7?
I don't think we've sold any for 7.
A 7, yeah, okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, the quads are at 7. What about Waterford?
Yeah.
First Waterford was 3 million. Then it went to 3.5. Then I sold one for 4.5. And I sold one for 5.5. Sold the black and white one for 6.5.
And
Tony just sold one for.
no, the little blue one. How much is that sold for?
This blue one was. Oh, that one, the mashup one.
Right. That was 6 point what?
6 point something, I think.
Right.
And then you just sold one for what?
7.5.
7.5. Jeez, why would never
And
buy
one was fully renovated and it's sold for 9.
for 9? So Tony, why we never buy all of them house then? We there at all, but we you see, we our own problem right here now. Could I reach out for them? All of them, we should have just buy everyone. When the people them say, Miss Davis, sell this for me. I say, yeah man, it's alright, me have the money, me you buy it. And then just sell it back for the big money. Ladies and gentlemen, real estate is the way to go. If you're not spending your money on real estate, I can't even imagine what you could be spending it on. What else can compete with real estate money?
Cars?
Cars! I saw a car folded up in a tree in a bus stop there yesterday. There was an accident and the man drove the car straight into the bus stop. Are you sure you want to spend your money on something that can drive into the bus stop?
At least your real estate won't wrap around a tree.
Man, I tell you. The most might wrap around it to some chichi and them they can't kill.
And he's gonna be spending a lot of months in the hospital, you know.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, some things you have competing with your money, man. You're the real estate money, man. Like all gambling.
Gambling?
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many persons gamble lots of money away. Drinking. About the drinking.
How much money can you drink, so?
You'd be surprised. When you book up your friend them and them say, me buy a round, man.
Ah.
Yeah, you buy a round and the round costs you 5,000. Then before you know it, you're still a drink, you know. Come, Miss D, your time to buy a next round. A next 5,000. And if you have some big friend where drink NSC, you're just dead.
I hope they have them real estate.
Yeah, I hope them have them real estate. So you have gambling that competes. You also have what else? The women compete for your money to buy real estate. Amen. You're gonna say it's us women why you can't own a house, you know. You hear a woman say that yet?
Say what?
Because I have no woman that make me can't buy no house, you know.
I've never heard a woman say that.
You never hear a man say that yet? A man.
No, I always hear that she holding me back. That's what I hear.
That the woman is holding him back.
Holding him back.
From what?
I don't know what he's supposed to be the leader.
Yeah. Oh, the woman, the little woman must hold you back. And then you are the leader. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into Old Harbour. I think we just come through gutters.
Oh, there's a gutters out here too?
No, sad little lady, I hold him back. The poor little lady. We not even have no strength. Hold up on a big strong man. I hold him back. Alright, gentlemen, don't let the ladies hold you back. And what the ladies say about the men.
I don't know what are the women saying.
The woman them say, him neither 7 or 11.
7 or 11. What does that mean?
If not 7 or 11, you just so. I said to myself, say, come on, but you have to hear the catalyst, you have to activate the little man, right?
Yeah.
You have to say,
And
baby,
you know,
let's go.
women really motivate men, you know. You check a man who's doing well, there's someone just pushing her away behind him.
Yeah, man.
Say, you do this, you do that.
Powerhouse.
Just find him strength right there.
So, yeah, powerhouse behind him, man. You tell him what to do. But you have some men who don't like women telling them what to do. And that is why them suffer. You're not gonna suffer. When a man don't like woman for telling them what to do, you're not gonna suffer.
Yeah, because the thing with women is that while the men can see step 1 and 2, we can see all the way to step 10, you know.
Exactly. We're good at that, guys. We can see all the way, as Tonian says, from step 1 to step 10. Whereas you men can only focus on step 1.
And they can sometimes get to step 2 too.
You ever given a man an instruction yet to go to a location, Tony, that we have?
All 50 times call me back.
Tony, you can only tell him one thing at a time. You have to say, when you get to the bus stop, turn left, then you call me back. When you get to the stoplight at the intersection, turn right, then you call me back. You can't say, go to the bus stop, turn left, then you go to the intersection, turn right. Then when you reach a T-junction, turn left. You can't say none of that. Too much things that.
As I said, now no remembrance.
No, I think men just can only focus on one thing at a time.
No. That's why they do very good at skills.
Yes, they're focused.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, you have to know how to work with your man. So if you want him to, let's say, go and look at a house, just send him go look at one house, man. At the most. Let him look at one house for the day.
Can't be 3 and 4.
Can't not be 4 or 5 or 6. That man burn out. By the time. But I've seen it happen to couples. By the time you reach number 3, man said, listen, man, just pick one of them 3. I'm not looking at another house.
And a woman, she can look at 10 houses on a given day.
Yeah, it just keeps going and going. I'm powering through it because we are multitask.
You sure we don't miss our turn?
I'm wondering why I'm deep into this traffic here now. Oh my God, I hope I didn't miss a turn. It's a right turn. I know it because it should be. Is there a gas station there? That pass a gas station at the top, right?
I don't recall.
Look at the float, guys. Them, whoa, I must string up. See how them sing, you see how them focus.
Mm-hmm.
And them work.
On them one task.
And yes, focus. So that's focus too. If you want to buy a house, you have to focus. Tony, you can't do this and I do that and I do this and I do that. No. You have to focus on one money and buy the house.
And you have to make sure you desire it.
Yeah. So what you need to do if you want to really buy a house now? First of all, you can't have all those things we're talking about competing for the money. You have to stop all of them something, right?
You have to want this house. A burning desire.
Yeah, burning desire.
Just like how you did want your husband.
Yes. And where you learn about burning desire?
From that book you've been reading, Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich, guys. I have a Zoom session on Sundays where we discuss it. Is that a turn? I think so. But there's no
There's a road sign that says Marley Acres.
Oh yeah, Marley Acres. Why did I think there was a gas station? There's no gas station, people. It marked Marley Acres and the Siri Medical and Dental on the right corner. And I see a green and white building on the left. No sign. No obvious sign. I don't know what it is. But it's on the left. Alright, so we're showing you where to get to the Sucaba Pen house. You can have a drive and you can look at it, right? So you need a burning desire for this house or a piece of land. Burning desire, no, not just a desire. It have to be burning you up. So you have to cool it by buying the land or the house, right?
Right.
What else?
You need to have faith.
Yeah, you need some faith, people.
So you pray on it.
So you ever get it, faith. That's one thing I know I have enough. Strong faith. I learned that very early. And my father threw me out, I learned that. Where's the right turn? Alright, this turn takes me to the Heart School. Heart Trust NTA.
Oh, there's a heart down there?
Yes, there is a heart down there. So if you're an old Harbour, you can go to that Heart School. I don't know what that one teach. But big school. Register your child into the school. Sucaba Pen is a right turn.
What's this right here?
And the sign is there.
High school?
No, this is
Primary school.
Old Harbour Primary. Oh, so you pass Old Harbour Primary. Oh, here it is. Sucaba Pen. Sign is there, ladies and gentlemen.
It doesn't. It says Succaba Southeast.
Sucaba Southeast. Did I turn on the right road then? I should have. Only one Sucaba, yeah. Sucaba Southeast. Ladies and gentlemen, burning desire. You must have some faith that you're going to get this house. Or this land. What else you need?
You need to have auto-suggestion.
Tell yourself say you can do it. Tell yourself that you can do it.
And then specialized knowledge. What does that entail? Knowing all the steps involved in buying a house?
Yeah. What kind of house? How much money you qualify for? You need some specialized, well, Not really. You can, other people can have a specialized knowledge. I wonder if I'm lost. Wonder if I'm lost. I'm looking for the house.
Was it this turn?
Yes, this is a turn, people.
Okay.
Sucabba Pen. This is a turn. It's easy to find. Follow the video. Easy to find. So the house here on the left. House on the left. So you're going to give me a call. What's the number they call it?
876-370-8138.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a Sucaba Pen. Now remember, this one don't have a title, but you can still buy it on what we call a conveyance. So they give you the conveyance and your name will go on the list. This scheme was done by a government company. A government company that does housing back in the day. Ministry of Housing, and the Ministry of Housing still in existence.
Okay.
So they will put your name on the roll for the house, right? Ladies and gentlemen, so this is Sucaba Pen. This house, the ask is 6.5, but you just give Miss Davis an offer or give Tony an offer, right? You never know, miracles do happen. And you must have faith, right, Tony?
Right.
You must have faith. So you need burning desire. You need you need faith. You
Right.
need auto-suggestion to yourself to say, yes, I'm going to get it. Yes, I'm going to get it.
Specialized knowledge.
Must get it. You need some knowledge. So go and go look some knowledge about house and land and, you know.
Or watch Miss Davis channel.
Or, yes. Jump on the YouTube channel. Tell it to your friend them, because that way you're going to learn everything about real estate.
Imagination.
Imagination. You must have some kind of imagination of what kind of house you're going to get. Or when you get the land, what you're going to do with it.
Right. Or even this house at Succaba. Think of all the kitchen that you can install, the bathroom with the tiles, and how you're gonna paint it. Think about it. Dream it up.
Dream it up. By the time you done, you sell this your house here, Antonia.
I don't get excited about construction, but when it reaches the last part, when you're putting in the tiles and the kitchen countertops and those things, that's the part I like.
Yeah.
Rest of it is just
Then hold on. So if somebody never gets excited about the block and steel, putting it in the ground and the foundation and all these things, you wouldn't have nothing to be excited about.
we each have our strengths.
I hear you. Well, I get excited with the block and steel and when it's going to start. That's my excitement, really. I'm not excited about the tile and the whatever. I think it just bore me to death. You know what I mean? But once I put in the windows and doors, I'm finished. I can pass it on to somebody else.